All right, guys, it is Sunday, April 28th. Yeah, 28th, 2024. So it's afternoon, and it has been a rough night with weather. We had a lot of rotation. There were some tornadoes that touched down, but luckily they missed us. It has been cloudy most of the day. I think the sun popped out for just a little bit, but it's not looking too great, you know what I mean? I don't think it's supposed to rain anymore, but I don't know about tonight. So I've got a giant mess sitting here in my driveway. I've got some lower control arms missing the ball joints, but I have some ball joints over there. And I got a couple of drums out here, a couple of spindles, and this is just stuff that was out of my junk pile. That spindle's no good, which is kind of a shame. The race has eat into it on the shaft, and it's got a deep groove bore in it, so that thing is no good. But anyway, this spindle here was pretty good, so I went ahead and blasted it. I blasted the knuckle, and I degreased the bearings in some purple power and rinsed them off. And this one's got a little bit of rust on it, but it'll work good for what I'm going to do. So I've got a wheel out, the jack, a lug wrench, and I need to kind of clean this mess up a little bit, because what is supposed to be here at around 3:10 p.m. is a pair of 55 Chevy cars. So a long time ago I did a video looking for a 55 four-door for a project for myself, and I had a subscriber named Randy comment, and he said that he had one that he would give me if I was going to build it on the channel. So anyway, that was, I don't know, probably, 2 months, 3 months ago, I think. And then I got a text message from him again like 2 weeks ago or 3, and he wanted to know if I wanted a two-door instead of a four-door. So he sent me a bunch of pictures of a two-door 210 55 Chevy. Now you got to keep in mind, guys, these are mega projects. These are rough, project cars. A lot of people probably wouldn't mess with them, but that's the way I like them. I like getting them really rough and raw and bringing them back. So, it helps when you have a lot of extra parts laying around to put a car back together. So I viewed the pictures of the four-door, and I viewed the pictures of the two-door, and I called him and I said, honestly, Randy, the four-door looks like it's got a better body on it. The two-door has a quarter panel. It's been patched on it, like half of it, probably off a four-door. So that means it's had an accident damage in the back. So there could be frame damage. So I told him the four-door would probably be a better car, but I'd like to have the two-door. But the four-door, I'd have to have it for parts, And he said, well, if you got room, I'll bring them both. So he is giving me two 55 Chevys, one two-door and one four-door, and they're both 210 series cars. So how awesome is that? So they're pretty rough, they're pretty rusty, missing lots of parts and pieces, no engines or transmissions in either one of them. So I guess one of them, he has a large trailer, he's bringing them both on one trailer. I guess one of them, he used a wheel dolly, and we're going to roll it off of his trailer. He's got a piece of plywood, and he's going to roll it off that way. So that's why I have some suspension stuff out here. I'm not sure what all is missing on that one side. He also has one wheel that he wants to keep. The others I can keep. I thought I was going to have to, give him 8 rollers, pull his wheels off, give them back to him for his cars, for his project cars. But he said no, he just wants the one wheel back. So I've got that old donut out here. This is pretty much all I've got here that'll hold air, you know what I mean? The rest of them are pretty crazy. All right, guys, looks like we got a trailer load coming in. How cool is that? Well, that two-door post looks cool with them big old meats on the back like that. Awesome. All right, guys, Randy and I got the 55s unloaded, and actually went pretty quick. But anyway, thought y'all might want to meet Randy. Here he is. That's Randy.
Hello.
The man of the hour. man of the year as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so he's brought a 4-door 210 here, and the old body on this old girl's not too bad a shape. Floors are gone, but the body wise is pretty decent. And then he brought the 2-door, and this is the bad side. He brought another door, and he brought a hood, but it's a 2-door. So I think this is the car I'm going to build, but I'm going to use this one for parts and pieces and cut-offs. So Randy, how long do you think you've had this one?
I don't know, a couple of years.
And you've got a multitude of Tri-5s out in the field, I'm assuming, or a barn or something?
I think I have 30 or so.
Nice. And you want what, 200 bucks a piece for them, is there? I'm kidding, guys.
2 million.
2 million. He's got several, we'll say. He's got some that he's planning on fixing. So.
You want to tell them why we donated to the channel?
Oh yeah, there you go. Why did we donate?
The reason we donated to the channel is because we feel like you're one of the best Tri-5 builders.
Oh man,
out there.
Oh,
these cars deserve it.
I appreciate that. I'll do something with them for sure.
Yes, sir.
He did give me a stipulation. It was if I ever decided to sell it, to get a hold of him first. And I don't really ever plan on selling it, but you never know what might happen in the future, you know what I mean? So
I just like the first shot.
Like the first shot, and he'll definitely get it. But anyway, this old 4-door, I'm pretty impressed with it, man. It's look at the rockers on this thing. It is it's a pretty sweet little rig. And this is the good side of the 2-door. And they make all the sheet metal for these things. In case you guys aren't into Tri-5s watching this video, I can buy just about anything for this car and buy new quarters, rockers, glass, trim, everything new. So I got a lot of parts laying around, so this one will it's definitely worth building for sure. This one, this quarter panel here, it's a little bit, looks like somebody seamed it down through here. But this one probably be better just to put a quarter panel on this one. But look at the trunk on this thing. This thing is awesome. This thing will blast and clean up really nice. It needs floors, but hey, it's a 2-door, man. That's all we care about. It does have some really cool stickers, no winds on this one. This one we were trying to look at earlier and I can't really make it out. It looks like a bulldog with an old hard hat on, and I can't tell what it says. And there's not any on the other side. And then check out the dash in this thing. Somebody put some 60s flower stuff in there. I think it actually looks pretty cool. Oh, I didn't even realize it had an instrument cluster in it. It's a 3-pedal car. It's even got sun visors in it. Look at that. Some of the old insulation stuff. Shoot, yeah, man, this thing just needs a little metal work, and we'll get it up and going one of these days. So anyway, Randy's got one heck of a trip ahead of him, so I guess I'm gonna let him get on, and I'll get this posted later on. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, a couple hours has passed. Randy left, and I went in, took a shower, and had dinner. And it's getting a little late in the day, but I thought I'd come out and go ahead and video the cars. Now I'll do a little bit better walk around video, a little bit more in depth, probably tomorrow if it's not raining. But right now, I wanted to go ahead and post a video tonight, so I'm gonna just walk around a little bit and kind of check them out. This is the 4-door 210/55. This most likely has been used for a parts car. The front clip's gone. I don't know that it's been crashed. This is the only spot on this chassis that looks like it's out of place, and it looks like something got hooked here and pulled. So the horns look nice and straight. So I think this frame's probably in pretty good shape. Still has the hood hinges on it, which is kind of cool. Half the windshield's gone. Well, not half of it, but a little bit of it. So it has like a CB radio thing right there, I think is what that is. It still has the bezel on that side, the speaker bezel, but everything else is pretty much gone. This is a stick shift car. The clutch pedal's stuck down on the floor, but it's been sitting a while. I don't know how long it's been sitting, but it's been sitting a while. Still has the seat in it. Could probably be recovered, actually. It needs floors and a trans tunnel. I just noticed it has a seat shell on it with the stainless on it, and there's the other seat shell for the other side, and it has the stainless on it. So this door panel, this is pretty awesome. This door panel has the stainless. This is 210 series 4-door stainless right here. And I actually need this piece for my wife's 55. Hers has a big old gouge in it. So this one appears to look pretty decent. So that's really kind of cool. And then, let's see, this has the door spear and the upper paint divider, and it has these. And I actually need this exact piece for my wife's 55 4-door because hers is pretty dented up. So now I have that piece as well. There is the door he brought for the 2-door, because that door is wasted. I mean, you can see the ground right there. That's actually the frame rail. So the floors in this car is pretty gone. But, I mean, you can buy a full one-piece floor kit if you needed to. The channel around the windows looks pretty good. The deck lid looks like somebody used a hatchet to get into it. Ruined it. So, looks like there's quite a bit of goodies in here. So tomorrow I'll dig through here and see what kind of special pieces are in here. I already see a couple of things that's kind of interesting. These are actually 2-door sedan window tracks for the rear quarter windows. Looks like left and right. So that's kind of cool. There's the battery box lid. There's an alternator bracket for a long water pump. I may actually use that sometime. But, I mean, you know, the car's not too bad, I don't think. It's really not bad at all. This side is really nice. Even the rockers on both sides, the outer rockers are good. It has one little hiccup right here, which would be an easy fix. And it also has the door spear and upper paint divider and those pieces of trim back there. But I've got a dent in it right here, but I think the majority of that would pop out. So overall, I mean, it would be a good buildable 55 4-door. But I have a 2-door, so I'm going to go ahead and use it for parts for this car and cut up some of the sheet metal off of it to put on this car. So I have a pair of fenders that are probably in better shape than these. These both need the upper brows replaced. Pretty common on these cars. But it's pretty rough down here. I most likely won't use these fenders. This one, yeah, this one's pretty rough too. So this is a 210 series 55 2-door sedan, and I didn't realize it until he was talking about it that it actually has the 210 stainless on it. So that's really cool. These on this side are really nice. Looks like it has most of the windshield trim on it. And it has the 210 beltline trim on this side. It has a dent right here, but I can fix that. So anyway, this door is, it's pretty smacked. It's pretty crushed in. It took a side hit. And looks like somebody's went in here and they cut the quarter and scabbed in a piece here. I was thinking this was from probably in the picture I seen this, so I assumed this part here was off a 4-door, but it is not. This has been seamed all the way to there and down, and it looks like they used a stick welder. It's kind of boogery looking. Got it real hot and it's all tweaked out. So this is actually probably going to need a full quarter panel replacement because that is pretty rough. This is bulged out Definitely fixable though. So coming around the back, it's got the usual tail pan rust. These usually rust back here. Somebody's got some filler in there. This deck lid is not too awful bad. It has a spot over here that I can fix. This will need a little dolly work to fix. And looks like a little bit of rust here probably. There'll be more when I blast it, but well, it's pretty crunchy under here. Looks like the skin's about to come loose on it, so yeah, that deck lid's pretty rough. But the trunk floor is actually pretty nice. I think it's usable. Got a broken spot up there, but around the shock areas it's not. Well, that one's actually patched. Somebody's patched that one. And it's cracked on that side as well. Both cars, Neptune green. Pretty interesting. So he had this extra that he gave me. It's pretty awesome. It has the hood latch stuff on it because I needed that. But I mean, I'm pretty impressed with it, man. It you know, it's definitely fixable. Looks like they had an antenna back here at one point. I'll patch that. This quarter looks pretty decent. It's crushed in right there, but that's a pretty easy fix. And then this is a common area on a two-door sedan to rust right here. So they do make a patch panel for that. Rocker outers are pretty bad. The floors on this car are not too good. They are pretty bad, actually. But it is all stuff that can be bought out of a catalog to repair it, so that's pretty awesome. It has all the windows in it except the door glass, so that's pretty awesome. And I'll tell you what I really think is the coolest part of the car is the contact paper inserts in the dash with the flower pattern. I think that's freaking awesome, man. Oh, I just noticed that there's a key hanging on the heater box, or the heater switch here. Check that out, that's cool. No telling how long that key's been hanging there. So this is also a 3-pedal car, stick shift car. Has the 210 steering wheel, which appears to be in nicer shape than the one I have for my wife's 55, so I may have to restore this one for her car. Has the instrument cluster in it. And the lens is not even cracked, so that's pretty cool. Has a Bel Air windshield wiper knob on it, and a Bel Air headlight switch knob, because this is a 210 series car. It should have a black insert in the middle. Does have a deluxe heater. I mean, this one's got still quite a few little parts and pieces on it, man. But it's going to need a lot of floor pan repair. I need to price the full floor pan replacement and see what that would cost. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 55 two-door post, man. I think that's pretty awesome. So this old girl is repairable. Has the sun visors in it, which I thought was kind of cool. Looks like the stitching come out of one of them. Oh, I just noticed that. That's all rutted out up here. I actually think I have one of these laying in my backyard in my scrap pile from a 4-door. Looks good. I'll have to use it in there. It's kind of the usual what happens if you've been ever messing with these cars. You'll find a 4-door, and the 4-door tends to be in a little bit better shape than the 2-door. Just about every time. Every time I come out here and try to video, it starts raining. I tried earlier, but the rain was so loud you couldn't hear me. Probably about like right now. Anyway, guys, I'll get a little bit more in-depth of a video tomorrow if it's not raining, but that's the 55s. Thanks, Randy.